we sent out to everyone. We're making a very concerted effort to get these out timely to you guys every quarter. The next one will come probably mid-October for the third quarter. So as you guys can see, the revenue income tax was at a little over 3.8 million. You had an administrative expense of $18,008.07, payments to Fairlawn of a little over 1.9 million, refunds of $91,457.16, an income tax sharing of $250,967.60 for total expenses of a little over 2.3 million. I did want to talk to you a little bit about your revenues because I pulled your income tax numbers. Bath is actually faring very well compared to, I think, our other JEDDs that are a little more industrial. So you guys were hovering at around 3% up over last year at this time. As of today, you're actually down, but that's a timing issue with our income tax revenue. So I don't know if many of you know, but September 15th is a heavy withholding deadline period. So when I look this morning, it's showing that you're down, but that's because of timing, because they have not booked your withholding that came in yesterday. So, but as of like up until the 14th, you guys were, you know, at 3.19% up over last year at this time. So your revenues, you know, dipped a little bit in June. March, May, June, I think when restaurants were shut and you know, but they've definitely recovered and you guys are holding steady, you know, at up about 3% over last year. So do you guys have any questions on that?
I have a question. Has this been impacted at all by the COVID? Tax collections, I know, are still being withheld based on your place of where you're employed, even though people are working at home. Have you seen any reductions?
You guys have not, we have not seen reductions in your JEDD. Obviously, Akron has seen, we're down somewhat. Other JEDDs are down because of just the industry that makes up their joint economic development district. I think based because of your employer base out in Bath, Fairlawn, we have not seen that. That does not mean, though, that that's not potential coming into next year. House Bill 197 did set that employers could withhold for the workplace location through the end of the year or the end of like when the governor ends the emergency declaration. So at this point, we anticipate probably through the end of the year that we will still get income taxes for people that are potentially working at home that normally would have been in the Bath Fairlawn JEDD. But beyond that point, it's really up to the state legislature to either extend that provision or do something else in response, or people hopefully, but I don't see this, will return to work to their workplace location.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, right now, overall, we're down about 6.6%. But the, I know, Dan, I'm extremely concerned about what's going to happen after December 31st. Because, you know,
we are as well, and we're closely monitoring that, obviously, what's going on in the legislature, and, you know, hopefully the cities can join forces and get something, you know, done down in Columbus. But yes, we are also down, and but we are still obviously collecting income tax for people that normally would have reported to work in the city of Akron that are working at home. So
yeah, if you drive through Fairlawn, our office parking lots are about 50% full.
Yeah, and
that's actually an improvement.
You know, there's a Senate Bill 352 that one of our local senators has sponsored that I know cities across the state. I just think it's bad policy to mess with tax policy in the middle of an emergency.
Right.
It would just decimate cities, and it's just not good practice. The chambers across the state are weighing in also. There's an administrative part of this that doesn't make it good for them. So we'll continue with those efforts. I know there's a lot of work being done to oppose 352 and we'll continue to oppose it. As far as, you know, big cities, small cities, it's just not a good idea at this particular point or ever, I think. And this is 60 years of policy of how they decided this of the withholding. So to start to, like I said, it decimates cities into the billions of dollars, which, you know, it obviously is not a good thing. So we'll continue to oppose that. And hopefully we get through that. COVID's going to end at some point. You know, when it does, I don't know. Hopefully it's sooner rather than later, and we kind of get back to some sort of normalcy. But we'll continue to oppose that and work towards that end. So thanks.
Yeah, if you need any help on my end, obviously, I'll work with you. We've already met with Bill Romer. We're trying to set a meeting up with Rogner, which should be interesting on that issue. But, you know, we're the economic growth engines. And, you know,
well, and we've talked to the governor's office too, and he is opposed to it also, which is good. In our weekly calls, he's, you know, he's not in favor of it also, of which he could be, but he's not. He kind of wants to hold the line as much as possible to get through this, and doesn't want to see cities get decimated on that end. So
right.
We have an ally in that, at least.
That's good news.
That's good to hear.
I see there's one other phone number on there, and Vito said that Mr. Nelson is dialing in. Is that the 807-5411, Vito?
That may be his wife's number. That's
Okay.
not his cell, but that may be him.
That's
Okay.
me,
It's actually
Becky Corbett.
Oh, okay.
Just called, and I'm doing my best because I'm driving the preschool or the kindergarten drop-off. So I'm here. I'm
Okay.
listening.
Well, yeah, you're here. That's okay.
Multitasking.
Yes. What can you say? It's the times.
Okay, well, if you want, then we've got 8, I assume, right now. Everybody else still on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we should start with a pledge. And if you keep Dan's picture up, we got the flag in the background. We can do that. So,
Okay.
Look at everybody's bellies.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty, justice for all. Okay, and do the roll call. Mayor Horrigan,
Here.
Mr. Freeman,
Here.
Mr. Kammer,
Aye. Here.
Mayor Roth here, Becky Corbett,
Here.
Elena Goodrich,
Here.
Jim Nelson, Barbara Potts,
Here.
Russ Sharnsky.
Here.
Okay, we have a quorum. First on the agenda is the approval of the minutes in the September 18th, 2019 meeting. I think everybody has a copy of it. Any discussion concerning that?
Motion for approval.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Okay, administrative financial report. I know we just heard it, but you may want to do a brief executive summary for the record.
Absolutely, no problem. So you guys have before you the quarterly report. It goes from January 1st through June 30th, so it's year to date. Income tax was a little over 3.8 million, and then expenses totaled $2,330,000. Oh my gosh, I can't say dollars. 2 million, a little over 2.3 million, so 2,330,907.28, and that was through June 30th. And then, like I said, you guys' income tax for the year is up currently at around 3.19%. So,
Okay. Any questions or comments about the auditor's financial report? Do we have a motion to approve the report?
So moved.
We have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Okay, next we have resolution 2020-1, annual budget and authorizing of purchases. I think that's the last page in the packet we received.
And this is just our annual budget that we pass yearly. You'll see on there the tax collection administrative expense is paid to the city of Akron of $75,000. You know, we're providing for additional miscellaneous expenses of forms, mailing and postage expenses. The JEDD is audited by Plant Moran, so we're providing for $5,000 for annual financial audit, and then $2,000 for other miscellaneous expenses, for a total budget of $83,000.
Anything different than last time, Shelley?
Yeah, that was going to be my question.
Nope.
But we are providing for the audit this time in there. I think we had to make that change.
Yes,
Maybe
we
meeting.
provided for it last year as well. So once the JEDD started getting separately audited, that was an expense that was added into the budget.
Okay.
Okay.
Approval.
Any other questions about the budget? Okay, do we have a motion to approve resolution 2020-01?
So moved.
Is there a
I'll
second?
second.
Okay. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Okay, next on the agenda is tentatively set the next meeting for 2021. And hopefully it'll be COVID-free.
And I promise everyone I will not put it on my calendar. Send it out 3 times to everyone.
I gotta get my paper calendar.
I'm all for paper.
So what are we looking at? And do we know the location next year?
I think this one was supposed to be in Bath.
Yes, I think Fairlawn's got it next year.
Okay.
Or do we? No, I think we're in Akron Council Chambers last year. Years run together,
I don't know. Let me look at last year's.
Oh, we were in Fairlawn.
Oh, okay, then it is Akron's turn. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we were in Fairlawn.
Okay. How do Mondays work?
Mondays aren't good for Bath.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Well, I'll let the chair pick a date. We'll go from there.
All right, we did Wednesday this week. Want to do September 8th,
That's not,
2021?
okay.
Say again, Mayor.
September 8th, 2021.
Got it.
And what time does everybody want?
7:30.
Dream on.
I envision I could be still driving school drop-off next year, so that's why I originally said I couldn't do this at 8 o'clock.
Does 8:30 work for you? Or 9?
Yes, 8:30 would work.
Okay, you want to do it then? So it'll be September 8th, 2021 at 8:30.
Or do it Zoom again?
We
I
don't
think
have,
we might as well say it's Zoom, but hopefully by then we're back to some normalcy.
Tentatively.
Yeah. Yeah, one thing is not on the agenda, but the officers, how do you want to do that? I've been chairman far too long, so. I think it's a 2-year term, but I think it's
a life term.
I don't know, Bob.
I think it was in Bath for a lot of years, wasn't it?
Well, typically, we have the chair rotating every couple of years, like Bill said.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian says the bylaws say 2 years.
Yeah.
I noticed the least thing 2 years for me.
Well, you were 19 and 20. We'll say that. So
Okay.
I don't know who was before that. If we're going to keep, you know, if it's Bath 1 year, Fairlawn 1 year, Akron 1 year.
Yeah.
I can see everybody stepping right up. I'll volunteer. Okay.
Okay, Becky, that's,
Needs a motion, correct?
I believe it does.
okay. I'll make a motion then that Becky Corbett take over as chairman of the Bath, Akron Bath Fairlawn JEDD. Is it a 2-year term? I think it is.
Yes.
For the 2-year term.
I'll second.
Okay.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Vice chair and secretary.
Vice Chair and Secretary Treasurer.
And then we have 2 other positions. One's vice chair, one's secretary treasurer. So I'll be glad to serve as vice chair if you want.
I'll nominate
I
Mr.
think
Goff
that-
as vice chair.
I think that would be very good since you have lots of experience at it.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And now we need secretary treasurer, and I nominate Mayor Horgan to be secretary treasurer.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Ayes have it. Okay. All right. Unless there's anything else for the good of the order, the next would be a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Do we have a second?
1 second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Thanks, and be safe, everybody.
Stay safe, everybody. Thanks.